Hi.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay, shit has gotten real. Humans are not getting along. They're not doing well for the holidays. Just got some serious messages, so we're going to work you guys hard today. So, who's there today, Jamie?
Some strangers.
Okay.
Peggy, your mom, your uncle, your father-in-law, a grandfather on mother's side of the family. 1, 2, 3, 4 sweet peas. Ricky.
Hi, Ricky. Gray.
And
Merry Christmas, Ricky.
John
Jeff
or
Hay.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Cousin.
And then Griffin's girlfriend and Griffen.
Hi, Griff. I love you. Hi, Griffin's girlfriend. I love everybody in that room. Okay, you guys. I don't know if we need to bring Eric Medhus in, but we just got a serious question about suicide. Like somebody's thinking, like right now, and I made him swear he wouldn't do anything for the next hour. Jamie, you know this guy. He was the one who lost his dog, and we told him to get a new dog, and he did. I think he follows Eric too. He's a sweetheart of a man. He's always been respectful. I did not know he suffered this kind of depression. But just now, as you can see, I'm shaking. And I said, God damn it, don't do anything for the next hour. Give me your word you're not going to do anything for the next hour, damn it. If I have to stay, you have to stay. Okay, so he got his new puppy. He just ended a crummy relationship with a girl because of her drinking on Saturday. She gave away the dog, the new dog, as a dig to him. I need to know if Griff can ask my spirit guide or guardian angel if life will improve. I think I am done. The puppy is fine. The mean-spirited ex-girlfriend gave him away. I'm now totally alone. I have fought depression for years. She knew that dog was my heart. I said, promise me, He said, I'll be fine for now. I'm getting ready to clock in at the plant where I work. Don't worry, I can't do anything now. I'm like Eric, Griffin, your dad, was. I need out. Too many times I tried to be loved, and 2 times in a row I got burned by evil women. I shot myself in the chest in March of 2013 after that woman used me. She was a witch. Not a Christian like me. I should have known a woman that was so pretty would never want me. She just wanted what I had and got it. That's all I have to say from him. So how do we help him?
Griffen speaking up.
Okay.
And your mother is now standing like directly behind the computer. Almost looks like she's standing on Griffin's lap.
Okay, good.
That's how layered.
Good.
First of all, the one question that first one he asked was, are things going to get better from here? And Griffen said, absolutely.
Okay.
Your mother wants to make the point that for anyone who is going through a really rough time, whether you want to see it as a rough patch, just a moment in time, or when you look back and you use your retrospect, that you highlight all the awful times that has happened. And so then maybe you might be overwhelmed and decide that your whole life was this patch. And so you start to take that which is negative or disappointing to you and making it bigger so it can consume you easier. So no matter where you are in this area, your mother said, when you're in this state of mind, nothing is going to look as if it's a solution. You're going to be cautious to accept anything at face value. You're always going to wonder, why is it good for me? And when is the other shoe going to fall? So when is the goodness going to break? Because that you have taught yourself is something that you believe is a constant happening to you. Your mother wants to state that it is not a constant happening to you. It is something that you're hyper-focused on. And whatever you're hyper-focused on is the only thing that you can see. So it comes into a rough patch, Griffen jumps in. The rough patch is when you can't see what else you can't see. And he's doing this blinder thing. If you're hyper-focused on the negativity in front of you, you can't see all the other options that have happened or are occurring or knocking on your door or screaming at you going, come over here, I want to help. The hardest part of being here is that you've lost the trust. When you're in this kind of position, she says, the hardest thing is that you have lost the trust in yourself.
Yes.
Which leads to loss of self-worth and self-confidence, and then you fall into, I'm not good, I'm a victim here, this isn't working, and you follow, that's where you are, and to exit stage left by your own means. And she said there is that path, which is just so narrow. She holds up her hands, her finger and thumb, just so close together. It's such a narrow place to fit in. When the variety of other choices, it's a much broader, but you have to turn around and look. You have to take off your hyper-focus and see what else is out there. Griffen's going back to him and saying, so if you're asking, is it going to get better? The answer is yes. If you want to ask, why did that dog have to leave? The dog actually was the pawn, as you've said, in the whole scheme of things, and that's how that woman worked, and that's not how you work. So that's a value that you know that you need to find in the next woman that you allow into your life. Not only about the belief and the faith system that you have, but also how do you treat others that are in your life. And he goes, so just remember that, dude, because you're going to have an option to meet many other women and just say, yeah, you don't really fit me, and let it go. But I've noticed in the past you tend to accept love because you feel like you can't get it. So whenever it shows up, you go, oh, it's so nice that you want to like me, but, little me, poor me, that you don't look at the person who's giving it and going, are you a good source of love? Because if you're not a good source, I need to set up some boundaries. So he says, Griffen carries on to, you got to have, like, what do you like and what you don't like, man. You can't just suck everything on the buffet. What if you have food allergies? All of a sudden, you're in a bad place without a bathroom. That's not the way to live life.
Right.
I don't know why he went there.
Right.
He said humor. He goes, this guy gets me. He likes to laugh really hard.
Good.
He enjoys life. And dude, he's the biggest lover. He can connect to some other heart and open up immensely. But right now, he only does it with animals. You know why he can do it with animals? Because they're totally straight up. They don't lie. They're fully compassionate. It's right where this guy is. But he just needs a few more boundaries to tell people, nope, I don't like that. I got to be on my own. Or, hey, if you're in my life, I'm not going to accept it. So Griffen and your mom are talking, and Griff's like, wouldn't you just like to ask, is suicide the right choice for me? If that's something you're thinking about, and you think about it long enough, you're like, if I'm thinking about it long enough, it might be a sign.
Right.
And that sign might tell me that I'm right. Griffen's like, it's not really the way it goes, because your brain, like we just said before, can really hyper-focus on stuff that's not even good for you and train you into believing something that you don't need. He's like, it's like bad marketing. You have a bad marketer in your head, you have a good marketer in your head. It's the devil and the angel.
Right.
And he said if you want to flat out ask that question, he says I'll straight up tell you, no, it's totally not necessary in your life whatsoever.
Okay.
It's not necessary.
Uh-huh.
What is necessary is finding the source. Your mother jumps in. Finding someone that you can speak to about learning who you are. She said it's not like therapy where we need to heal some old wounds. I'd like to start with you knowing who you are. What do you like? What do you not like? And why? And she was real basic, because in discovering these, you'll discover what did you create in your life for somebody else that you don't even like. And now you can get those things away from you and leave more space in the area of, oh, I do like peanut butter that's crunchy instead of smooth. And you get rid of all the smooth peanut butter and you get crunchy peanut butter.
Right? Sometimes it is that simple.
You're right. Sometimes it is.
Because
It
sometimes we're
always wows
living to
me.
please other people and we forget about ourselves and what we like.
Yes, Griffen says that's when we decide that loving someone is doing everything that they say and want rather than inserting our own needs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you guys so much. I love you for that answer. And yeah, that scared me, but I hope he'll be okay.
He will. Griffen said, I look forward to saying to him every day, see you tomorrow.
Okay. I'll make sure he gets that message. Thank you guys so much. Okay, Alexandra Fiorita, your daddy Mark, another one struggling. The young girl that died, is she around, Alexandria? Fiorita. Your daddy Mark wants to know, hi honey, could you please ask Jamie if Alexandra would watch over me and tell me, is this as good as it gets?
It's not as good as it gets. That was so funny. I kept looking for it, nothing. When you started reading his note, there in an instant, she doesn't like to leave your side, period. So she's not going to stay here long. She's got to get right back to you.
Okay.
And this is not as good as it gets.
Okay.
So sorry if you thought you plateaued or needed it to plateau or relied on it. It's not going to stop here. It's going to change and grow. She's talking about having a lot more. There's a lot more fun coming your way, and there's some travel. And this is not far away travel. It's close travel. But she says it's with people that you used to know, that know you as old you, which somehow you've kind of zipped old you up. And your daughter's saying you don't need to do that. It's got to come back out. Hence, kind of some old people are wrestling around and getting closer to you, and you're going to start seeing them a little bit more.
Right.
And she says, I give you all the permission in the world to smile. And she said, in fact, every time that you smile really big and you realize you can't stop it, like you can't close your mouth because you're smiling, she goes, I want you to think of me. She goes, I want you to think of me. She goes, if you want, Dad, you can even blame me that you can't stop smiling.
I love it.
To blame her.
I love it.
She's beautiful light. I don't see like facial features or anything. She's beautiful.
Okay, Anthony Michael Avila III, are you around? We didn't get you recorded. Anthony Michael Avila III, your mom Holly wants me to talk to you. You were 20
yes,
years
ma'am.
old. You got hit head on by a truck. So I've
Big
talked
truck.
to you before. Are you around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How are you, kid?
He said, I'm here.
Awesome. Awesome. Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. Yeah. I was like, the question was, how are you? And he goes, I know, I'm here.
Right,
Like, it's
right,
great.
Right. I watched you in a video making cake pops with your grandma in the corner watching dishes. You were a really cute kid, a good looking kid. I'm sorry you had to go that way. Before you told me it was an exit and you decided to take it. So I want to tap in on that a little bit more by asking you, did you decide to take it? Why? Because you'd have been too messed up from the accident? Or were you not happy in your life? Or because I know you left a beautiful girlfriend behind.
No, what it didn't do with his life. He's stopping you hard.
Okay.
He didn't even like to hear you ask it that way. It was wild.
Good.
No, he sorry, he's showing pictures. There was a lot of damage to the brain. There was a lot of damage to the body. Of course, broken bones, but we're looking at nerve damage, things that aren't going to repair well. There was going to be loss of use. His body could not sustain life, and if it could, it was going to be treacherous. That is a word right there, right? Treacherous.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I didn't want to put my family through it. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to put my girl through it.
Right, right.
He said, sometimes you know when the story's over, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, you don't go back and question it. You don't challenge it. You know that was the end of the story. And he said, I have full acceptance on it. And I know my family and my friends, they don't get to see it the way that I do. So I know that they're still lingering and wondering why the story stopped short. You know, they're always thinking about how young I was and it was such a short story and I didn't get to do all these things. He goes, man, I think that's just not true the way I see it. It's not that I'm missing out on these getting older things. He swings to the right, his hand, like over here. Getting older is over here, apparently.
Right.
But that I did everything I wanted to do. I was who I needed to be. And that right there is the success of my life.
Okay. I've talked a lot with your mom, and I know more details now, so let me try to ask this question with the most tact I can. Your mom said that she was always 100% honest with you and the kids, and you see her situation right now. She has quite a few kids, but she's having an issue with a drug that you know. I'm not going to say it out loud, but do you have any advice for her on how to quit that drug? She would love to stop using, and do you have any advice looking from your side on ways to help her?
He says that my mom has a very strong mental constitution and that she knows that she can talk herself out of an addiction.
Okay.
Mentally.
Okay.
So I'm asking him, do you feel like she's in the right state of mind? Is that what you're saying? He's saying yes, but he's showing me that there is a very strong physical addiction which she cannot mentally overcome. This is the one that's kind of combating her mental state. So she needs a physical detox and a physical remedy and a physical help. So that's going to come externally from someone else.
Okay.
She cannot do it. But her mental state
is strong.
He is still like proud, you know, like
right.
You've got that, Mom. That's not broken yet.
Okay.
You know, you're not that far into the addiction where this is gone. So we have hope. We have success.
Okay.
You have to see a third party
Okay.
and go through a detox so that the physical body can release the addiction.
Okay.
And in doing it, Mom, you're going to find a lot of emotional healing, and your head's going to go. He's going to cuss a little bit. Hope that's okay.
Go for it.
Your head's going to go, oh, we knew that all the fucking time.
Right?
Like, we knew that the whole time.
Right?
Like, duh. Here it is. Duh. So a lot of aha moments are going to happen. A lot of lights are going to come on in your head as you're detoxing, and your heart is going, why is this happening? And it's very vulnerable, and I see it out here. And your head's going to go, oh shit, that's why. That's, oh my God. And it's plugging it together.
Right.
So, you got to have the space in your life to be able to do it. But it can't wait. That's the thing, Mom.
Okay. She wants to know,
wait.
I forget how she posed the question, but I remember posing this question to Griffen. And I'm guessing, we've been talking a lot. I'm sure you've seen me texting with her, but, you know, trying to cheer each other up or whatever. And she wants to know if you think she's smart now and if she was right about a lot of things. And I would put that as a spiritual question. Like I asked Griffen, was I right about God? Was I right about that all you leave behind is the love you give away? And that kind of thing is what I'm taking it as she means.
Because first of all, I like to tell my mom that she's the only one that believes she was stupid.
Okay.
She's the hardest one on herself.
Okay.
You know what was wild is she would say stuff that was kind of really far out.
Yeah, my mom would too. But she was right about every fucking thing she said.
Yep. That'd be my answer. You know, it was pretty far out whether the timing was wrong or stuff like that, but what she was teaching and showing was right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that, kid. Yeah. Thanks for coming, and your mom loves you so much, and she wanted me to also ask you if you could please touch her. And I said, of course, I'll tell him to lay on your chest.
Big bear hug, he's saying.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, she loves you, kiddo. You know that. Okay, next question. Now we're going to get into some lighter questions. Griffen. Bobby Daniels wants to know, is Ro the girl for him? They've been together 9 months, but they keep breaking up twice a month. They're both stubborn, so they won't reach back out to each other. And he private texted me this morning for a non-believer to ask you, is Ro the girl for him?
Griffin said, I'll be straight up. After he just like Talladega Nights his name Bobby for like a minute there as you were asking the question.
Right.
No, she's not.
Okay.
He says, strange thing is, I'm going to try to explain it to you. She is what you would call a soulmate.
Okay.
That love is intense.
Okay.
That connection is intense. And it's intense because you've done it before again and again and again and again and again. Soulmate doesn't mean the most healthy, beautiful love and I never give up on it. He was like, this is a test in your being to pull back from that what is just blown up in your face. He's like, you don't need it. But what you can use is that immense feeling that you had for her. Now you know what you're looking for with somebody else. Boy, if they don't show up with that immense feeling, then just hit the pass button.
Okay, perfect. That's a great answer. Thank you, Griffin. Now, his son came in with a private question. Joey, who you grew up with, who was a heroin addict for a while, been clean as of January, that'll be 5 years, but has been drinking non-alcoholic beer since a brutal breakup with a girl, wants to know, is he okay to drink regular alcohol now? Okay.
Don't do it, my friend. Don't do it.
Okay.
You don't need it.
Just enjoy your non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, I would really do my best to stick to that, honestly. It's like your body, it needs so much of a rest and so much healing.
Right.
You have no idea what it's struggling through because you think you feel fine.
Okay.
But it's just because you don't have anything struggling fiercely right now.
Right.
Do you think you feel fine?
Right.
It's why you think you feel fine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love you, Ricky and Jeff. Do you guys have anything to say to your families? Because I'm going to let Dylan talk a little bit because he had quite a week. And I have a million more questions, and we couldn't possibly get them all in. But we got the serious ones in.
No, Ricky said he brought Jeff back. They know each other.
I think they're cousins.
To make sure that you were okay because of last time.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm okay. But it was just a shock. Is your family okay, Jeff? Are they hanging in there?
They're hanging in there. He says, it's not the first time they've dealt with death before.
Yeah.
He says, we all have sadness, but we're okay.
Yeah. Jeff, what did you think about it when you got to the other side? Was it like you envisioned?
No. I can't. No, it was not.
Yeah, we grew up.
I've tried to imitate.
We
No,
grew up.
it
We
was
grew
not.
up in the Bible Belt, so it's a little different. So, was it better than you thought?
It was much more chilled out.
Good.
It was the relaxed version of what I thought heaven would be.
Right.
What did you think it was? He says, we're taught all about.
He was heavy into church.
Golden roads and angels on high.
Right.
He says, it's such a pretty picture to paint, and he says, I will tell you, it's an upgrade of where you come from.
Oh yeah.
On Earth. But he says a lot of the golden roads and everything of that nature. He says that's within you.
Right.
That's not what you're looking out at.
Right.
So he said, I got real I got real tickled over that.
Right? Was it your contract? I'm not going to spread this to your family, but was it your contract to go when you did, or did this just come out of nowhere?
It came up pretty fast,
Okay.
but in the end, it was a choice that I would accept it.
Okay. Okay. Did you and Ricky die of the same cancer? Or
no.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I'll give your love to my family, and take care of my son. Poor Griff. He's going to have everybody on him.
Griffin's like, I could take care of those two.
I know.
That's what you need to be asking, Mom. You don't put them on me. Put me on them.
Right? Griff, make Jeff play the guitar. Woo-wee, you're in for a treat.
Man.
It's about time to pull that out,
That's
Jeff.
a yes.
Right? Okay, here, Dill. I love you, Jamie.
I love Jeff tilts his hat. He says thanks.
And we have a million questions for next time, but we got the serious ones. Okay.